Artificial intelligence. You hear that phrase everywhere, right? And let's be honest, it can sound pretty complicated, maybe even a little intimidating. But what if it's not about complex code, but about an ancient human dream? Well, today we're going to decode the mind of the machine, and I promise it's a story that makes sense for every single one of us. You know, it all really boils down to this one huge question. Can a machine think? Now, this isn't just something out of a movie. It's the very question that kicked off the entire field of AI. It challenges us to think not just about what machines can do, but what it even means for us to think in the first place.
Because, you see, the dream of creating intelligent machines, it didn't start with computers. Nope. Long before a single line of code was ever written, we were already telling stories about them. This idea is woven deep into our oldest myths and legends.
I mean, just think about it for a second. Talking statues, mechanical servants, these were the AI dreams of ancient cultures. They were imagining it without even having a name for it. The only real difference between then and now, we finally have the tools to actually build that dream.
So, how in the world did we get from these ancient myths to the AI that's literally in our pockets today? Well, the journey from sci-fi to reality is a pretty fascinating one, and believe me, it happened a lot faster than you might think.
Okay, so the term artificial intelligence was officially born way back in 1956, and everyone was full of hope. But then, progress kind of hit a wall. For decades, we had what's called the AI winter, where the dream was basically on ice. Computers were just too slow, and there wasn't nearly enough data. And then, the internet happened. It just exploded. All of a sudden, AI had the two things it desperately needed: massive, and I mean massive, amounts of data, and the computing power to learn from it. And that's exactly why AI isn't science fiction anymore. It's become this silent partner in our daily lives. Have you ever asked your phone for directions or gotten a movie recommendation that was just surprisingly good? Yep, that's AI, working quietly behind the scenes. So the big question is, how does a machine actually learn? How does it go from being a blank slate to something we'd call intelligent? It's actually more straightforward than you might think. So let's take a peek inside this so-called digital brain.
The easiest way to wrap your head around AI is to just think of it as a digital brain. And you know how our brains learn from life experiences? Well, an AI brain learns from data. Every photo, every sentence, every single data point is like a new experience, making it smarter and more capable every second. But here's the thing, an AI brain is not just a copy of ours. It learns totally differently. For one, it has zero emotions, and it never, ever needs to sleep. It can sift through absolute mountains of information in seconds, finding these tiny, hidden patterns that our human brains could never, ever spot on their own. This whole learning process is called training, and you can basically think of it as a simple three-step dance. First, you feed it data, let's say thousands and thousands of cat photos. Step 2, it starts to find the patterns, the pointy ears, the whiskers, what makes a cat look like a cat. And then, step 3, it uses those patterns to make predictions, like identifying a cat in a brand new photo it's never seen before. That's really the core of how it all works. Okay, so now we know how it learns. But why does any of this matter? What's the point? Well, the goal here isn't to replace us humans. Not at all. It's to build a tool that can amplify our own abilities. This, right here, is the heart of it all. The real power of AI is as a partner, a co-pilot that can enhance our own skills. It's a tool for solving problems, for seeing things differently, and for unlocking our own creativity. And look, this isn't some far-off future we're talking about. It's happening right now all around us. In medicine, AI is helping doctors spot diseases earlier than ever before. In art, it's becoming a new creative partner for musicians and artists. In education, it's creating personalized learning plans for every single student. See, it's not taking over, it's just helping us do what we do, but better. And this is where it gets really, really exciting. Because the story of AI is nowhere near finished. It's still being written, and the next chapter? Well, that's up to us. The future is literally yours to imagine.
Seriously, you don't need to be a coder or a scientist to help shape the future of AI. It doesn't matter if you're a teacher, an artist, a doctor, or an entrepreneur. This is a tool for you. The only thing you really need is a little bit of curiosity.
The future isn't about humans versus machines. It's about humans with machines. Learning how to use AI is like the new literacy. It's a skill that can make you better, faster, and way more creative at whatever it is that you do. So maybe, after all this, the best way to understand AI is to think of it like a mirror. It's not some strange alien intelligence, it's a reflection of us. It reflects our data, our knowledge, our creativity, and our ambition. It just amplifies whatever we decide to put into it. And that leaves us with one final very important question. The future of this incredible technology isn't really in the machine at all. It's in our imagination. So, how will you use it?